And all you will have to do is just go walk in and he will take care of you. That's Gates Barbershop, one of the oldest barbershops in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Happy Black History Month from Dr. A.L. Dow, located at 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The telephone number is 235-0536. Happy Black History Month. As we turn the pages of Black History back to look at the roads, the mountains, the lakes, the rivers, and the oceans that have been in our pathway, we pause during this month under the spirit of Carter G. Woodson, who had this dream and made it a reality in 1926, and Congress, who turned Black History Week into Black History Month. And all over this nation, people are celebrating. What is Black history all about? Black history is white history. White history is Black history. And during this month, we have the opportunity to sit down as a family and look at our history. We do it in order that we can improve our country. Because even though blacks represent a small minority in our country, we have medical sense enough to know that if a small part of your body is aching, the entire body aches. Yes, we pause now. We pause on the doorsteps of history to remember those people, blacks and whites, that have made this a better day for all of us. Black History Month. Black history. An opportunity to look at the visions of our people. One writer wrote, "No vision and you perish. No ideas and you are lost. Your heart must ever cherish some faith at any cost, some hope that never fades, some dreams to hold on to, some rainbows to look up to, some melodies to sing, and some service to render." That's what Black history is all about. Black History Month, a time to remember. And I would like today to say thanks to those of you that have given me an opportunity to share some Black history moments with you. I would like to thank the students at Broadmoor School in Edmond, Oklahoma. I had the opportunity to be with you on Valentine. You gave me stacks and stacks of Valentines. You gave me presents, and you listened, and together we learned. You asked questions, questions, questions. And not only that, you were part of that celebration. And those of you that are in and around Moore, you should go to 3401 South Broadway and just look at that beautiful school. Yes, Black History Month is a time to go back through the pages of history and see what has been accomplished. You also gave me the opportunity, an opportunity that I shall always cherish, to go to HT&T to see the employees. HT&T, led by Mr. Heath. And not only that, you gave me the opportunity to look at images, diversity, and realities of blacks. And I would like to thank you. I would like to thank all of you that took time off from your work and from your busy schedules to come out and hear me. I want to thank you because you know that your history is my history, and my history is your history. On Thursday, I had the opportunity to go to Denison, Texas. Once again, together we related the history of blacks. Then, at 1:30, I had the rare opportunity to go to Southeastern State University in Durant, Oklahoma. And that was sponsored by a young man from Oklahoma City whose grandmother always listens to the Clara Luper radio show, Mr. Head. Mr. Head is doing a terrific job. And who would have thought that in Durant, Oklahoma, a young, handsome black man would be heading a program of the dimensions of the program that I participated on Thursday. But yesterday, I had the opportunity to join my friends in the agriculture department as the Black Heritage Awareness Committee of the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture celebrated Black history, past, present, and future. I had the opportunity to hear Commissioner Gary Scherer. I had the opportunity to meet and talk with Langston's choir and to hear once again the melodious voice of Deanna Morgan. But most of all, I had the opportunity to talk about the Black history, past, present, and future. There were some exhibits there. The Langston University Art Department, the Antioch Baptist Church drill team was there, Ralph Ellison's library, Jamie Shaw's display. And then there were some moments to remember by Janice Dobbins. The Black Cultural Awareness Committee members, in which Juanita Davis is the chairperson, did an outstanding job and say, hey, look at me. Black history is wrapped up in white history. White history is wrapped up in black history. And what can I say about Mr. Morgan, who is head of the Affirmative Action Program for the Department of Agriculture? All I can say is go on, Mr. Morgan. You know you belong at the top, and that's where you are. And now for our sports. Here's my sports reporter.
Good morning. I'm Chanel Whitaker, and I'm your sportscaster for the morning. These are the scores from the Friday night high school basketball games. Midwest City beat Dale City 57-49. Douglas won over Capitol Hill 60-51. Carl Albert beat McGinnis 56-32. And Cassidy won over St. James 52-43. And those were the scores of the Friday night high school basketball games.
Thank you so very kindly. As we celebrated the Black Heritage Month at the Southeastern Oklahoma State University, we were very proud of the fact that there at that university they were looking at the positive role that African Americans have played. And I would like to thank all of them. Oh, that's such a diversified campus, and I would like to thank you. But let's march on to today. I will have the opportunity today to tell my story. And I do have a story to tell at the Union Bank, located at 7300 South Penn. I will have the opportunity to speak to a group of women headed by Mrs. Kyle Dollum. There I will tell the story of a people that came to America in chains, but who is moved into reality, the reality of who they are. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I shall have the opportunity to speak at the Unity Baptist Church. Dr. Eric Mays is the pastor. I will feel at home at that church because that's where my relatives are, the Overstreets and others. I will feel at home because that's where my friends are, at the Unity Baptist Church. And those of you that are already tied up and you want to see me, I'll be at Unity at exactly 3 o'clock. At 6 o'clock on Sunday, February the 20th, There will be an observance of Black Heritage Month at the Loving St. James Baptist Church. Amen. Let the church say amen is the subject. You will have a cast consisting of Gloria Ward, Margaret Johnson, Gail Edwards, Willie Mae Timmon, Kim Brown, Sean Hall, Kenny Talley, Keith Dixon, Mary Parker, Arnitha Lewis, Cynthia Grundy, James Timmons, and it will be directed by Marilyn Bratton Harrison. And that program will be something very, very special. Amen. Let the church say amen tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It will be telling the story of our people. This is the Clara Luper radio show. On March the 5th of 1994, Oklahoma City will select that one young lady that will represent Oklahoma City in the Miss Black Oklahoma contest, June the 12th through the 18th. They will also select that young lady that will represent that great county, Oklahoma County, at the state pageant. You are invited to attend. That is, if you can get a ticket. The tickets are going, and why do those tickets sell so fast? Because the people that go know that they are going to see a show that they will remember. In keeping with the Black Heritage Celebration, the theme of the 1994 Miss Black Oklahoma pageant will be Lest We Forget. It will star the following contestants: Tanya Simpson, Keisha Lewis, Comencia Rowell, Twyla Terry, Telania Heights, Rebecca Leak, Arnetta Gurley, Rhonda Sampson, Tasha Wisby, Tisha Fowler, LaShonda Cooper, Tara Pettis, Maya Brown, Tracy Hope, and Yakir Welcher. Now today I'll give you an opportunity to call me and tell me which one of those young ladies will have the opportunity, two of them, to represent Oklahoma City in the pageant. We have a program that we are quite proud of. It's called the Page Program. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the 1994 Pages. Lois Jones, Sharita Sutton, Ranidra Pierce, Kirsten Ellis and Andrea Ellis, Chanel Whitaker, Alicia Hildreth, Thais Ray, Krista Gaston, Christine Corbin, Cremishala Cross, Kalia Forrest, Coco Thomas, Parsley Ford, Sade Rochelle Roberts, Tony Prince, Naisha Nunley, Kia Hornbeck, Christine Combs, Veronica Bowie, Sharonica Bowie, Elgina Sadberry, Javon Smith, Helen Washington, Lucretia Fields, Andrea Jefferson, Jasmine Battle, Laurie Fugit, and let's see, I don't want to leave anyone out, C.C. McDonald. And then when we talk about state pages, we're going to have to go to Lawton, where we will pick up Ebony Vick. Houston, Texas, we will pick up Kanesha Watson. Tulsa, Megan Black. And out of Fort Worth, Texas, Megan Kearney and Camille Kearney, all part of the program. Now let's talk about Miss Black Oklahoma City. That pageant will be March the 5th. At that time, You are invited. The pageant will be held at the Fifth Season Hotel. That's located at 6200 North Robertson Street in Oklahoma City. Now, if you're lucky, you can get a ticket to that show. If you can contact any of the girls that I call the pages or the contestants, you might get a seat. But that's going to be a show. Oklahoma City's talent out of sight. This is our 25th year, and we have survived. That's what you call the strong will survive. And certainly we are strong, and we are going to survive. We are going to survive, and you are going to help us because you will be there. Now, so many of you have called me and said, I want to give a scholarship. I want to do something. Well, certainly you can do something. You can give a scholarship. You can give anything you want to, just to say I'm on that team and I want to help our young ladies. And in helping them, you're really helping yourselves. Now, we have some handsome young men that will be extorting these beautiful young ladies, as Cameron Myers, Cicero Quinn IV, Quentin Germany, P.J. Pearson, Kennedy Germany, Chris Coverdale, Jonathan Smith, Chris Arnold, Orlandis Watson, Rashawn Briggs, Jonathan Smith, and I got to keep calling his name because he is so exciting, and Carl Corbin will be extorting some of those young ladies. Christopher Arnold, Leon Crawford, Earl Braggs, and I will be calling the other names next week. Calvin, are you ready for the 1994 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant?
Indeed I am. I'd like to say a good morning to you, Mom, and especially good morning to that outstanding barber that cuts that young man's hair down in, where were we, in Durant at Southeastern University. Director Head, or Dr. Head, Mr. Head, he wanted me to give a very special greeting to the very best barber in Oklahoma, mind you, because he says he comes from Durant to Oklahoma City to go by that Gates Barber Shop
to get his haircut.
To get his haircut. And he was looking good down there at Durant, and all of us were extremely proud, not only of him, but of you too this week. It's been a hectic week, but you're right. I am looking forward to the Miss Black Oklahoma pageantry, especially the Miss Black Oklahoma City coming up, finding out what happens over in Tulsa, being over in Tulsa, and watching and getting ready for all these beautiful young ladies to come into our city so that they can see some of this Oklahoma City hospitality.
Last Saturday night, we had the opportunity to go to Oklahoma University. There we saw a young lady, a beautiful young lady, Takesha Matthews, crowned as Miss Black Oklahoma University. And Takesha will be in Oklahoma City in June to compete. The students down at Oklahoma University say once again, they are going to win. They won last year, and they are going to win again this year. Wouldn't it be something for Oklahoma University to win twice?
It certainly would be, but I've kind of gotten out of the prediction business. I'm not 25 years of Miss Black Oklahoma, and I have yet to initially pick a winner. But I know this. It's so much fun just being around all that talent and all that beauty that they all are winners. But to pick that one that will be Miss Black Oklahoma, that is a very difficult job. And the judges need a special pat on their back. And, you know, the audience even gets into it. And the audience, we're all there, and we're all just anxious waiting to see who the judges have come up with. But, you know, nobody's all the time. We don't please everyone. But that special Miss Black Oklahoma personality, it just comes out there on that special night there at the Myriad. And everyone feels that their contestant is a winner. But there's a certain phase of the program when that one young lady shines out just a little bit brighter than those other beautiful stars that are participating in the pageant. You know, we have some winners also in the Page program. Those young ladies have won hearts and have constituents across this state that have seen the Page program. And you go places and they be asking about, what was that little girl's name that did this? They've seen the video, and Alicia Hildred is a favorite, Monique is a favorite, and the Red Girls, they've all talked about them. And that some of the young ladies now that are Miss Fowler's daughter, Shardina, having last year being a participant in the pageant, and coming from the Page program, all of those things are just exciting just to see these young ladies develop themselves and to become not only beautiful citizens, but beautiful contestants with brains and with poise and with personality plus.
As you see it, how do you think this year, the 25th anniversary, will compare with others?
Well, from the planning that I know is going on and from the outline that we're working on, it's going to be a fantastic show affair. It's going to be a fair where each participant will have a great time that entire week. I mean, just not fun and meeting with each other, but they will have a chance to enhance their brain power. We're going to be doing not a lot of tours, but we'll be doing tours to historical places and pointing out to the young people, some of the things that have happened in the past that they need to be aware of and that they need to always take with them. And then the business participation, I anticipate being a lot more better, as everybody's saying now. But I look for things to really be better participating from the business community, because the pageant has sold itself. The pageant has helped so many, and these people are now in positions where they're beginning to come back and to bring their talent and their expertise that they've gained over the years back to the pageantry. One part of the pageant that I'm looking forward to is seeing all of the past contestants and the queens.
You're right. We are inviting all of them back.
That's going to be beautiful.
And let's make an appeal. Anyone who's ever been in a Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, whether it was a local pageant or a state pageant, we invite you to come home to the 1994 Miss Black Oklahoma pageant.
And to contact us. There at your home, 424-3949, or write us at Post Office Box 11106, or call me 236-3426. But whatever you do, get back in touch with us, because already we've heard from about 50 young ladies, but we know that there have been over 400 and something.
No, it was about 535 that we have on record that have
participated in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And we look forward to you coming back. No matter what you've done, we know that as the years go, things do change, and we don't mind, because we've all changed. And I think that you find that, everything but me, I know I've gotten more handsomer. So that's
I can understand that, Kev.
But the pageant is coming, and I'm looking forward to it.
But we want our children to come back. I'm just like an old mother. Come home, children. Those of you that have participated in the pageant in the past. We've written many of you, and many of you, we don't have your addresses. Your names have changed. And parents, if you receive a letter that's addressed to your child, see to it that your child gets the letter. Now let's look briefly at some of the scholarships that are offered in 1994. Langston University will be giving about $4,000 worth of scholarships. Oklahoma State University, $2,000. Oklahoma University, Phillips University. Oklahoma Baptist University, the University of Science and Arts, the University of Central Oklahoma, Cameron University, and we could go on with the universities. We have Marilyn Hildred will be given a $500 scholarship. Miss Stevens a $500 scholarship. The Hunters will be given a $200 scholarship. I'm not going to give the amount, but I'm going on down. Mrs. Noakes a scholarship. Mr. Harris from New York City. Mrs. Julia Seward Anderson, Mr. Carl Corbin, Mr. Leon Pons, McDonald's will be given a scholarship, Maurice Hopper, Thaddeus Johnson, Maxine Stale, Ava Senio Johnson, Evelyn Pittman Scholarship, Nala Jewel Phillips Scholarship, Robert Gates, J.C. Watts, and J.C. Watts all smiles. That's one of the high points of his life. The Era Holmes Scholarship will be given. Dr. Crump will give a scholarship in memory of Irene Drake, one of our faithful workers. Stormy Carr, who's now employed in Florida, will be given a scholarship. Danny Terrell. And if I didn't call your name, you call me out here and tell me you're going to give a scholarship. It doesn't make any difference how much that you will give a scholarship. We have gotten calls from people that want to give flowers, Thompson Chardina's Daycare. We have calls from Lincoln National Bank, who will be giving savings bonds. Coors last year gave a TV set and some other prizes. They are ready.
Well, you know,
Javon's Beauty Shop has a surprise for us. Glenn Nickelberry at Penn's Jury. And Glenn gave a prize last year that was out of sight. Yes, we have. It will be a big thing. It will be really a big thing. And we want you to call us. We do have some cities that as yet we do not have representatives from. And I would like to thank the people at Star Spencer. They got 4 lovely girls out there, according to Mrs. Jones. Well, we do not as yet have a representative from Bethany, from Bristol, from, let's see, we do have one. Oh, well, okay, we are working on Rose State. And let's see, that's just about it. We do have representatives from all over the state. And one person that will be happier and one that will be really out of sight will be Lady Ruth Hunter, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. And it was a birthday party.
Yeah, you all had quite a party, too.
We had a party. We were out to Applewoods, and we presented gifts and cards and things, and Letty was just smiling. It was what I would call an aristocratic family celebration. It was something. And let me tell you something. Lady Ruth was enjoying herself with her Creole shrimp and all that kind of stuff. Birthday cake, and they sung happy birthday, and she was all smile. Among those that attended was her 2 lovely sisters, Alice and Elnora. It was
Mrs. Hunter, last week I wanted to wish her a happy birthday, and I started to sing her a song, but just a few minutes ago I had an opportunity to get on the telephone, and I got a chance to sing her that happy birthday song. So we've spared the radio audience that pain from my singing, but what we do have an opportunity to do now is to let Mrs. Hunter come on the air and tell everyone about her own birthday party and about how she's getting ready for the 1994 Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, the 25th year.
And she's getting ready for the Soul Bazaar,
and the Soul Bazaar.
Because the Soul Bazaar.
There's no telling what all Mrs. Hunter might be getting ready
okay,
for.
Well,
let her tell it.
Okay, Mrs. Hunter?
Yes, good morning, Mrs. Luper and Calvin.
I can't hear you.
Radio audience.
I can't hear you.
Hello to the radio audience. Now, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I want to say good morning to Calvin and to you and to all of the radio audience. And I want to thank everyone that was at my birthday party yesterday. I really call it a family party.
I've told them that, lady.
Right. And I was surprised that I had this many there as I did.
I'm telling you.
You know, my husband was there, and he gave me a lovely card, and boy, you read those cards, and really...
And also a lovely kiss.
Oh, I'm telling you. Plus, I had my little great-grandson there for my birthday, too. And he was the happiest thing to be at his grandmother's birthday party. But I want to say hello to the radio audience, and Mrs. Luper, I want to tell them about I missed... Black Oklahoma City pageant that's coming up. I heard you talking about it a few minutes ago, but they do not know how important this Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant is to the children. Those children are so elated and they're so glad to be just somebody, to be recognized and to be in something and to be part of something, and they're giving them a feeling of worth and dignity. This is the thing that I like so much about the children and about the parents, is bringing the children for practice and getting all of these things together. And if they miss this pageant on March the 5th, they will miss the treat of their life, because it's going to be fantastic. It's going to definitely be wonderful. And so I'm telling them all to get ready and get your dresses ready and get all of your shoes and your stockings, all things ready so that you can get dressed real fast and come on out to this season where we are having our Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And see all the pages. Oh, I'm telling you, to see the pages and then the lovely contestants that we have.
We certainly have some beautiful contestants from Oklahoma City this year, and certainly I would like to thank Dr. Mason, Dr. Griffin, the various principals and all that have cooperated with us.
I go along to thank them, too. And then, Mrs. Luper, I want to thank all of our supporters, and I'm not going to call any names because surely if you start name calling, and the very one that you will feel that you want to mention, it'll be the very one that you will miss. So they are all important. They all have the same importance to me. And I want to thank all of them for making contributions to such worthy cause, because this is where we can really see how our children are doing, and we can see the perspectives in them through this pageant. And it gives them such a wonderful experience. So I'm sure they are contacting some of the contestants. Don't know if they've sold all the bears or not. But we have all our tickets out, and I do not know if they'll get a seat. So you better contact either Mrs. Luper or maybe some of the contestants and see if they have any tickets left. I know I do not have any tickets left. So I'm looking forward to them.
Okay, let's talk about the Soul Bazaar, which will be March the 30th and 31st. We are sending invitations to you by way of radio to attend the 25th annual Soul Bazaar 94. We are looking for talent. We want you to participate and to show off what you have. You never know what you have until you show it off. Lady, you've been with us. Tell us about your fashion show.
But I always have a fashion show, and my fashion show, I usually use adults that's in the community. And, oh, Mrs. Luper, that is the most fantastic show that you have ever seen, because those adults come out in the most dramatic clothes that you have ever once put your eyes on. Name brands, you name them. They have them, and they will be wearing them. Not only do they wear clothes, but their shoes and their hats. So you need to come out and see the young adults modeling at the fashion show during the Soul Bazaar.
You know, Mrs. Hunter.
It's about an hour program, and it's beautiful. And those young adults are so proud to model in the fashion show.
Well, Mrs. Hunter, we just got a call just a few seconds ago about from a young lady who has hats, Unique's hats.
Yes.
The African wrap, or sister wrap, I think she calls them. Mm-hmm. And she's looking forward to the Soul Bazaar this year, and because this will be another opportunity for her to display her wares, you know.
Commentary, right.
Right.
Okay,
so everybody
Mom,
look forward to that.
Mama Jack and Mrs. Dillard have called. They want those of you that have babies that you would like to get in that baby parade and baby show, be sure and call us. Don't miss the opportunity to call.
You know, they can call us out here, too. That phone number is 672-1220, and they can also call during the course of the week at 424-3949. We'll be happy to work with them on the Soul Bazaar. Soul Bazaar, Soul Bazaar, Soul Bazaar.
Well,
you know, so many good things are happening.
Anyone would want to participate in either of the activities, you can always call us. And then if you can't get that number, you can always call 424-2384 and leave a message. And we'd be so happy to return your call and see if we can help you with any ways we can. Well, so I'm going to be looking forward to see you on March the 5th and then March the 30th and 31st.
Okay, calling all babies. Come on, participate in the Soul Bazaar.
All young adults, and all these young adults are those adults that usually are the retiree young adults. And we're going to be there in that fashion show. And you know, I have one person that always is there. And you know who that person is, Mr. Luper?
I'm not going to tell you now. I know, but I'm not going to tell anybody. I want them to come there and see it.
Well, because she is the show of shows, and so and then we have another young person that also is going to be in it this year, and they're going to have competition to see who's going to have the most modeled clothes by the different designers of our United States. So bye now, and see you, and go to church on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
And happy birthday again, Mrs. Hunter.
And thank you so very much, Cap.
The Fifth Street Baptist Church would like to invite you to enjoy its Black Heritage Celebration. For the past 2 weeks, a member of the church has been telling about experiences of being black in various states. Mr. Mitchell told us his experience as a black child in Alabama. Connie Bird told about her experiences as a black child in Virginia. And tomorrow, Mr. Ford will tell about his experiences as a black person in Texas. But on the 26th, it will be a special Black History Day. That's the last Sunday in February. The members of the church and the friends are invited to wear black to show how proud they are of their heritage. And then the program will end at 3 o'clock with a celebration. The music will be something to remember. The poetry will be something that you will always cherish. Come on to Fifth Street Baptist Church on the fourth Sunday at 3 o'clock. Hometown IGA grocery store is located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street. Come out, enjoy the pleasure of shopping in a place where you are called to work. The Miss Black Oklahoma City young ladies, contestants, will meet at 3 p.m. at Freedom Center today. Now, this does not mean the pages. I know how anxious the pages are to meet. They will not meet until Monday at 5:30 p.m.
Mom, I'm glad you mentioned the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, because there's a young man on the phone that just called. He wants to just take a brief second here. He wants to say something about the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant coming up, and it's going to surprise you, but it'll be worth the call.
Okay, hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I will be at that pageant. I know who's going to win that Oklahoma City pageant.
Who?
My niece, Arnetta Gurley.
Arnetta Girl is going to win. Okay, the public has heard you say that.
I knew that would be a good call there. Okay.
That sure was a good call. Anybody else that got a winner, let me know. Because those 9 judges, all dressed up, will select the winners, and it will be based on talent, interview, swimwear, evening wear, and a private projection. Congratulations to you as you get ready to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Miss Black Oklahoma. That comes from Dr. A.L. Dow. Edwards Redeemer Center would like to invite you to come out. Before you make a decision where you're going to put your relatives that you're no longer able to take care of, I want you to go out to Edwards Redeemer. Edwards Redeemer, located in the heart of the east side. Edwards Redeemer, on one of the cleanest, with clean, everything is clean out there. And I will be going out there next week to speak. And thank you for giving me that opportunity. 1530 Northeast Grand Boulevard in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
You know, Mom, you're always bragging about where you're going to speak and when you're going to speak.
No, I'm not bragging,
But
Cap.
you're right. You have a right to do that.
I'm just saying that I'm going because I want people to know that I'm invited, and I think that's a great.
Well, I want people to know that I'm invited too.
Tell me where you are invited.
You know, it's hard to sit here and try to keep up with Clara Luper, which is a difficult thing to do. I'm certain all of you know. But then I want to invite the most intelligent listening audience in the world to come and be with me February 20th at 10 o'clock. And I will be speaking on the subject of courageous Black American women, with emphasis on the Black women in Oklahoma. And I know that you will have an opportunity to enjoy and to hear a good speech, because I will be doing it, and then we'll be having a discussion afterwards. And I want to send a special thanks to the Channing Unitarian Universalist Church there in Edmond, Oklahoma, at 1209 South Broadway, who will be a part of their Black Heritage Emphasis Month. And one of the highlights of it, and I'm certain the highlight of the entire month, will be my speech. But then coming that next week, they will have the great-grandson of Frederick Douglass will be there. But like I said, the big event that I want everyone to be aware of and to come out and participate in, and especially to come there and get an opportunity to meet with me and enjoy a great discussion that will add to your Black Heritage Month, that will stretch your Black Heritage Month throughout the year. Come on out to 1209 South Broadway. That's this Sunday at 10 o'clock. and get a chance to be with Calvin Luper and the members of the Channing Unitarian Church. You will have a good time.
Frederick Douglass said that the quickest way to freedom is by way of the ballot box. On March 15th, you will have the opportunity to go to the polls and vote for the mayor of the city. The candidates are Robert Bob Grace, Ron Norrick, David Tigg, and Jeffrey Tolliet. Now, you will have the opportunity to go and vote, and I think that you realize that Frederick Douglass was right. The quickest way to freedom is by way of the ballot box. Joel A. Porter is running for a judgeship.
Go ahead.
Joel L. Porter, the son of Oklahoma County Assessor E. Melvin Porter, has announced his candidacy for one of the newly created judgeships. Porter, you know well, and I know that you will be there supporting Porter and Don Davis, who is also running, two great attorneys. Now, during Black Heritage Week, you will have the opportunity to know that discrimination still exists. If you don't believe it, ask the owners of the Westgate Plaza apartment that's being sued because of the way they treated some renters only because they were black, and you will hear that story and be hearing more about it. This has been a sad week for us because in Enid, Oklahoma, something happened that we cannot understand. We cannot understand why a son would kill his parents. After taking care of a child for 16 years, we can't understand it. But somewhere it's written that we will understand it better by and by. And today we would like to extend our sympathy to the people in Enid, Oklahoma. We would like to extend our sympathy to NACPers all over the state of Oklahoma who has lost a board member and a very faithful worker. We would like to extend our sympathy to the Enid school system that lost a great worker. We don't understand it, but maybe we can understand it better by and by. Yes, we have a long ways to go. And I make an appeal every week for us to stop killing each other. Stop stealing from each other. Because you can't tell me how much you love Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and others and then break in your neighbor's house. Things have changed. We used to have to watch out for the Ku Klux Klan. But now we have to watch out for the enemies that are within. Our sympathy goes out to those young ladies that were shot in Tulsa, Oklahoma, by a man who lost control of a lot of things. And certainly we feel like others as those that are guilty of crimes must be punished. But then that's why we work hard to tell people don't become involved in any kind of criminal activities. Don't become involved. Build in place of burning. Work in place of trying to steal. What difference does it make how much a pair of shoes cost? What difference does it make whether you have some acorns around your neck or a gold chain? You can't use it in prison or on death row. Our appeal for Black history is to prove your love for America by helping to build a world of peace and understanding. Don't try to destroy. I would like to take this opportunity to thank those of you that have called me and asked me if Mrs. Parks has called and said that she will unite with us in this march toward victory with Dr. Dow. And once again, I would like to appeal to Mrs. Parks because I believe that Mrs. Parks will do it. Mrs. Parks realized that she was elected by the people in her district, and if those people want the school named after Dr. Dow, I know she will lead a movement to do it. She has an opportunity like no one else in history to stand tall, to stand like Dr. Dow did for the housing ordinance, to stand like Dr. Dow did when black teachers could not teach in white schools and white teachers could not teach in black schools, when there were no black principals, when there were no blacks as president of the Board of Education. And now Thelma Parks has the opportunity to stand tall. And as one sister to another one, stand tall, Thelma. We know what you have done. We appreciate the contributions that you have made, but we also know that there are many teachers like you that have made contributions, that have stayed in the classrooms in the heat of the day and in the long, dark, cold days. And we ask you to join us. You can do it. You're a Christian. You know how to do it. And we appeal to you. Now, we aren't going to beg you to do it, but we are going to appeal to your historic intelligence to do it. That part of the program is being brought to you by Behold the Walls by Clara Luper. And this is a good time if you don't have that book in your library to read it. Now, Calvin.
Mom, it is a good time to have a copy of Behold the Walls, but it's even a better time to make sure that you are registered to vote. You announced the running of Joel Porter and Don Davis and the other candidates for the officers coming up, Dr. Taliet, and all those officers are coming up. But it doesn't do any good for people to participate in the electoral process and then look around and the people that you want to help haven't taken the time out of their life to register to vote. So I appeal to all of you out there, register and vote wherever you are. Make sure that you get an opportunity to express your right, and that is your right to vote. And if you're not old enough, encourage your parents and your brothers and your sisters to get out and register, and let's vote. Let's get some people in offices that are going to work with us to help make our community and this city and this state a much better place. We can sit back and complain, but then when that one vote can make quite a difference, and you need to make sure that your friends are registered. Matter of fact, I've gotten so now since the campaign that I don't talk long to people that aren't registered voters. And I wish everyone out there would take that same attitude, that before you get in a long conversation or an argument with someone, ask them that simple question. Are you a registered voter? If so, show me your card, but are you a registered voter? And then we can continue to discuss how we can improve our community. But we can't do it unless we all are registered, and then go vote.
Congratulations to Representative Opio Torre, who was sworn in on the past Monday. Opio has outlined what he called his blueprint for progress, and we shall be watching him. I would like to invite Representative Calvin Cox, Representative Torre, Senator Munson to come out and let me ask them some questions. I really am sorry. I've tried so hard to get our elected officials on the Clara Luper radio show, but I'm not white, and it's been very difficult for me to get them out here. I would like to publicly invite them. I'm not going to beg them. I'm just going to invite them, and I think they owe it to this black community to come out on the Clara Luper radio show and discuss their programs. What are they doing for this community? Have they made a difference since they've been in office?
And how could we help? Hopefully, within all of the programs that the elected officials have, there's something
Senator Porter came out and he still fighting. He came out and told the people what he had done, and I wish that each elected official would do the same. As I look at the clock on the wall, I know I'm going to have to be headed. And Calvin, I'll be on my way to the Union Bank, where I will have the opportunity to speak to women.
Well, I'll be getting ready to see Mr. Mueller tomorrow morning to give my speech at the Channing Church at 1209 South Broadway in Edmond. I invite everybody to come there. So, I mean, we'll both be busy. Monique, do you have a speech coming up?
No, Monique is all smiling. Monique has been working so hard with the pages. Well, to all of you, do me a favor this week. And I would like to also mention the fact that we lost a strong member of our church, Mrs. Roy Reed, and I was out of town and didn't get to attend that service. But whatever you do, you keep yourself clean. Black history is an opportunity to show that you're strong, you're a trooper, you are worthwhile. And whatever you do, don't be a thief, don't be a killer. Be a great leader. And from now until next Saturday, this is Clara Luper saying, I love you.
And this is Calvin Luper saying that I love you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to being with you again next week here on the Clara Luper Radio Show, 12:20 a.m.
And this is Chanel saying I love you and goodbye.
Goodbye now. Bye-bye. Yeah, pick that up, y'all. Calvin, I
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.
Mr. Spriggs Real Pit Barbecue, 3925 North Lincoln Boulevard, featuring Mom's homemade sauce and custom cooking. Pork ribs, beef brisket, hot links, Polish sausage, and other barbecue specialties. Mr. Spriggs also offers catering, call-ins, or with a family atmosphere. Mr. Spriggs Real Pit Barbecue.